I don't even know if I can still do the voices, you know? It's only been like 2 hours and I already forgot what voices I did. Give me a sec. I can probably do it. You like the murder weapon. Finger was the murderer, and it couldn't have been the Saul. I will press here. Hold it. Why is that? It's simple. If the girl's story about working on a fence is true, then she was using the saw while her father was being murdered. Couldn't have been in 2 places at the same time. I agree with this, yes. I believe we're in complete agreement on this point. You do realize the problems that creates for you, right? I'm sure it can all be explained. Ha, as if. But very well, let's move on to why nothing else could have been the weapon. Murder weapon either. Where would this supposed other murder weapon have even have come from? Aye, that's where we present the info. Objection! If you've forgotten this murder happened on a ranch, there are plenty of sharp things on site. Ha ha! That's simply impossible. Checked all sharp objects on the ranch and searched everyone. No fresh blood was found anywhere else. Hold it. Couldn't Inga have just disposed of it? Couldn't Inga have just disposed of it in some way? Ha! That's impossible. You see, no items from the ranch inventory list were missing, and that list is indisputable. Hold it. How can you be so sure the inventory is accurate? Bah! Use your hat. Was a royal visitation scheduled for that day. Ranch owner needed everything. Yeah, okay. No, I need to go to the court record too. I need to present the court record. Or, well, the inventory. Alright, inventory presents. The inventory list itself is false. Oh, fascinating. What exactly makes you question the veracity of this document? That would be something about the inventory itself. It's simple. You only need a brief look at the inventory to see it can't be trusted. Ho ho! You can't just go around making such general statements. Point out what exactly about the inventory makes it suspect. Take that. Just look here. The one who compiled this list was Ingram himself. He could have easily falsified the counts as part of his plan. It doesn't matter. Nothing could have left the ranch. Are you really sure nothing left the ranch? What about a few little shipments of milk? Preposterous! You've forgotten that said shipment had been checked by the Chica folks before they were allowed to leave? That's true, but there was a place the Chica could have overlooked. What in Din's name are you babbling about? We're talking about box-set and crates, boy. Not exactly vast dungeons full of loops and credits to stuff things into, are they? Where could they have missed a murder weapon? It's simple. They overlooked the contents of the crates. No, the contents of the bottles. The contents of the crates or the contents of the bottles? Murder weapon was just left in one of the crates, between the milk bottles. You really consider the Sheikah that incompetent? Would be the first place to check. Besides, do you think the murder would risk something that obvious? Perhaps not then. Defense, your entire argument hinges on this point, you know. Try to think through your answer a bit more carefully next time. Alright. Yeah, it was the content of the bottles. There's one place inside the crates that the Sheikah couldn't have checked thoroughly without ruining the shipments. Without ruining the shipments? That's That's right. Ingo put the murder weapon inside one of the bottles to conceal it from the search. That does seem plausible. Objection! Now wait just a moment. Weapon in the milk bottle wouldn't just go unnoticed. Someone would have reported it. Objection! You would be correct that a weapon showing up in someone's milkshake would cause quite a stir. If the milk ever actually made it to any milk bar, that is. You see, I overheard a very interesting tale during the recess. Word was sent from the ranch not long ago that one of the shipments was returned unopened due to being misaddressed. What? No! Indeed, if you recall, Ingo was the one who handled all of that. Now, that's strange. The ranch supplies the same milk bars every day. Even if he had messed up the street address a little, the couriers would have known where the shipment was meant to go. How could he have bungled it that badly? It's almost as if he didn't want anyone receiving a bottle of milk with a murder weapon in it. Ugh. I bet Ingo expected this box to stay in shipping limbo a while longer. How unfortunate for him that the postal service was on its game today. Maybe because they were worried it'd start to smell. I believe this calls for us to investigate these boxes of milk more closely. Soldiers, have these boxes retrieved from the ranch immediately. Argument complete. Yo, I actually gained health from that. Nice. This is slander. Why would I kill Talon? Sure, he's a bit of a layabout, but he did give me a job. Why would I want him dead? The motive? That's simple. Why, I'm surprised you're even asking about it. This evidence easily explains your motive. Which is it? Oh no, the whip. Yeah. Take that. The very inheritance document you brought to the court's attention states the following. In case of the testator's death, his daughter Malin of Longhorn Ranch will inherit the ranch, unless she is unable to oversee it, in which case it shall be divided between the crown and the remaining employees. Oh. But what? You not only killed Talon, but decided to frame Malin for the crime as well, so you would be the one to inherit part of the ranch. That's why you volunteered to work in the silo all day. I gave you an alibi so that Malin would be the only possible culprit. Of course you knew about the royal visitation in advance. You knew Malin would go back to the ranch house to prepare before they arrived. A perfect setup for the royals to find her next to the body. No! Well, what are you talking about? Talon sign a range over to me? Preposterous! Did he really not know? I guess it was Dragmire who procured the actual document, not him. Your Honor! What is it, soldier? The box you requested is here. Already? Oh, it's quite fast. Apparently the team at the ranch had already noticed something awry with it on their own. The box arrived just as we were about to rush out of Korea to deliver our message. Well. Let's see for ourselves then, shall we? The part of the shipment that proves my case is... well, this one. Take that. Here it is. From the bottle with a slight red tint to the milk. Looks like some kind of serrated knife. That explains the irregular wound pretty nicely. How could those Sheikah idiots have missed this? I'm sure the milk was pure white when they first checked it. It took a whole day for the blood to dissolve in it. Either way, no matter how you slice it, this proves my theory right. Oh, I've had it. Fine, fine. You wanna know why? You wanna know why I really killed that scumbag? No, what are you? So you admit it? Yes, I admit it. What would you do if, one day, after years of backbreaking labor, despite putting your all into the ranch, you were thrown away like rubbish without any reason, fired, farewell, we don't need you anymore. What? But that doesn't make any sense. Ho, don't lie, I heard it all. I was just returning back from another day of spine-wrenching work, and lo and behold, what's this? Malon and Talon are talking behind my back. I heard it all. We'll let him go after the visitation. We can handle things without him. And so, after volunteering to work on that shipment, I quietly slipped out while the girl was busy and shanked the good-for-nothing slacker. Ha! Should have seen his face. He didn't expect it at all. Yeah, there was a knife in the milk, in the one that was returned in the shipment. So yes, Melon, I killed that lazy bum you call the father. And he deserved it. Well. Order! The witness will cease his boasting over such a terrible deed. Think we've heard enough. Soldiers, take him away. Wait just a moment. Ingo. Yes, girl? Want to apologize for what you've done? Apologize? Me? You're horrible. We weren't planning to fire you at all. You completely misunderstood what we were saying. What? I've had so much work recently. Well, you know how it goes with the royal visits. Always a busy time. Gotta make sure everything's in tip-top shape. I do worry somewhat about old Ingo though. He's been complaining about his back recently. Do wish he'd take a step back and relax sometime. Maybe we should convince him to take a vacation? What? Ha! Now there's an idea. It'd do him good to just get out for a while. I'll discuss it with him after the visitation. After things calm down, we can handle everything without him. Well, that's... You were planning? What? A vacation? For me? And I did? No, it can't be so. Please say it isn't so. Dang, Kako. Dang! Well, that's a brutal punishment. We've witnessed today the results of a truly horrifying misunderstanding. But misunderstanding or not, what you have done is unforgivable. Talon was a kind man, beloved by all who had the good fortune to cross his path. His loss will be felt not only at his ranch, but all across Hyrule. Cullo turned out to be an utterly pathetic man with delusions of grandeur. I mean, look at him. An utter idiot, dressed like a clown. Dang. Jeez, he's really laying into him. Bet he's just upset because he lost. Prosecution's right aside. Think it's time to declare today's verdict. This is just a formality, but will the defendant please step up to the stand? Young miss, I am very sorry for the situation you have found yourself in. I am very glad you appear to have such a good attorney as a friend. I wouldn't have chosen anyone else. Oh, thanks. Now then, without further ado, in the name of Goddess Halia and the sacred land of Hyrule, I hereby find Melon of Lon Ranch not guilty. Hey. Ganon is not happy. Dang. Court is adjourned. March 17, 12:32 p.m. Hyrule Grand Court. Event Lobby number 3. We did it! I suppose so. I guess Ingo's offer's kind of soured the mood, huh? I don't think I can ever forgive Mr. Ingo for what he's done. That's fair enough, honestly. Really though, you shouldn't think about that for now. You're free, it's time to celebrate. I guess you're right. Excellent work. I knew you'd pull through. Oh, thanks. Couldn't have done it without you, really, so thank you. No, that's not quite right. If you want to thank someone, I'm not the one who deserves it the most. Huh? Your Highness? I thought you were going back to Hyrule Castle. What strings did Impa have to pull you to get her here? But I realized I should apologize for what I did personally. It's an honor. There is no need to bow. Not after what I have done. Really, if not for my status, I would have probably been carted off to prison alongside that angry little man. Her jury's pretty serious, so that's probably not entirely wrong. As usual, you don't give yourself enough credit, Your Highness. How can you say that, Detective? I'm almost condemned an innocent person to prison. Yes, there are some things you should think twice about doing in the future. But it's all thanks to you that the young lady over here finally went free. Huh? Come on, attorney, show Her Highness what I'm talking about. You mean the oil bottle? Take that. The bottle. Well, it's true. About this, and without knowing about the fire, we wouldn't have any proof to substantiate our claims. And really, your obviously false testimony helped us to... Ouch! Impa just stepped on my foot. Well, there you have it. In any case, I'm sure Miss Malone isn't too upset. Well, sure? Ten Hut! You have orders to escort the princess back to the castle immediately. Just in time. Farewell, Your Highness. And so they left. Now then, listen to me. I know that I am perhaps being too lenient on the princess, but tough times are ahead. The princess will need all the confidence she can get to lead the kingdom through them. She needs to learn to take responsibility for her actions too, though. And she will. Huh? Her Highness is in for a rather unpleasant afternoon today, I imagine. The urgency with which she has just been escorted out of here isn't coincidental. What, is the king going to scold her? At the very least. Now then, my duties call, unfortunately, so I must be off. Again, you did well today, both of you. Trust that I will be able to rely on you in future court proceedings as well. I'll Try my best. That's all I ask. That unpleasant prosecutor seems to be making his way over here, so I'll be excusing myself post haste. Farewell. Uh-oh. You! Hello. Nice day we're having, isn't it? Tell me, now, where did that blasted detective go? Have my reputation tarnished this way by some novice attorney from the boonies. Dramatic much? Looks about ready to burst from anger. Don't be such a sore loser. You lost. Deal with it. Yeah, we got the right verdict. Doesn't that make you even a little bit glad? Yes, suppose there is some worth in that. What transpired is most unfortunate. Can only offer my condolences. Just remember that it was the meddling of that idiotic princess and the stupidity of that blasted detective that led to your arrest. So if you have any grievances, take it up with them. I suppose there is some truth to what he's saying. Speaking of the detective, it appears she has fled from me like a cuckoo on fire. Mark my words, she will regret what she's done. For generations. Jeez. So now we're cursing Impa for generations? Not just Link and Zelda? Well, that sure was something. I don't know if it was being sincere or just wanted to shift blame onto someone else. I wouldn't say he's entirely blameless. Never mind that. You think you'll be alright running the ranch by yourself? Of course I'll come visit. I have my attorney duties too. I'll get in touch with the castle, see if they can spare some man to work at the ranch. Silly as my father may have seemed, he really did prepare me to take over one day, and he's taught me well. I'll make sure the animals are well cared for, just as I always have. That's the spirit. I believe in you. I really want to thank you for bringing the truth to life. If it wasn't for you, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. Don't mention it. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end. Alright. So ended a very personal case for me. Felt like a weight had been lifted off my back. Malon continued working at the ranch, hoping to make it prosper even beyond what her father was able to accomplish. Didn't really think much about it, but the days following were some of the happiest I'd lived for a long time. Little did I know that a terrible tragedy would soon shock the entire kingdom, and I'd find myself smack dab in the middle of it. But that's a legend for another day. Aww. Hero of Law. Dang, I really thought there was another case. They really teased another case now. Wait, I know that name. Oh no! Oh no! Not those guys! I forgot their name. Dang, Angel's locked up now. Wait, who's that other guy? Ah, Ganon's playing the organ, of course. What else would he do? Dang, Zelda getting scolded. Yo, what was Impa carrying there? Oh. The end. What is the next case? I mean, from the sound of it, I think it might be something like that the king's gonna die. Like someone murders the king. Probably. Scene select is now unlocked. Extra 1, Extra 2, and Extra 3 are now unlocked. The game continues, scene select extras. Meanwhile, somewhere else. Ingo's Casino. Super Talon game. Oh my god, what? Oh no. Oh no. Well. Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god. This is a badly made Flash game. I mean, this is running on an N64. This isn't. This is a ROM hack for Ocarina of Time. Oh my god, you can wall jump? So this is all in the Ocarina of Time engine. Just saying. But you can even... God. We got some terrible controls in here. Oh no. Okay. Inigo's Casino. Show rules. The cards are drawn. You pick how much to bet by clicking the rupee. Which cards to replace by clicking them. Ingo decides his bet and cards to replace. Winner gets all times 2. Ah, I see. So this is basically poker. Tingle, Ganon, Zelda, Link, Heart Container, Rupee. Maybe I shouldn't bet so much. Fire and creative prison poker dealer. Oh no. Full house. What? Come on! You kidding me? You cheated. What other music do we have? Two pairs. Oh my god, we're gonna be here forever now playing poker. Playing poker with Ingo. Defendant lobby. My first few attempts at writing a defendant lobby theme sounded too bright, so I went for a darker tone with this one. First it was actually too dark, though with a loud piano bass and a choir singing the chords above it. Was told it sounded more like Death Row than a lobby. Thankfully I was able to get the right mood by changing the instrumentation. Song of the Storm melody symbolizes the storm brewing in the courtroom. Pounding bass later on references another Attorney Game's lobby theme. Another Attorney game. Alright. Enough poker. Not really. Yeah. Alright. Extra the Turnabout Thief. This case contains spoilers for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Progress through the story will override your current progress through the main story of Hero of Law. Continue? Yep. This case works best if Link is a thief in your The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening save file. Since the Wii Virtual Console emulator does not support the transfer pack, default save details will be used. You wonder what another Attorney game is. June 6th, 2:17 a.m. Hyrule Grand Court, courtroom number 7. Empty. Phew, made it in time, I guess. Still no clue why on earth they called me here at this ungodly hour. You... Yes, me. I don't like being woken up at 2 a.m. either. Believe me. Really hope that old fool has a good explanation for this. Old fool? You mean the judge?
Oh, I see you're both already here. Splendid. Hope this wasn't too much of an inconvenience for you.
That remains to be seen. What could possibly be so important about this burglary case as to warrant this kind of urgency? Case? You're doing a trial? I mean, you're in a courthouse. You're an attorney.
You mean you haven't been told the events? Oh dear, my apologies. Suppose I did order the soldiers not to tell anyone about what happened. Must have interpreted that a bit too literally. But that's fine. Secrecy is paramount here.
Yes, having an entire entourage of Hylian soldiers arriving at the Gerudo's fortress in the middle of the night was the pinnacle of stealth. No one knows. It's a secret to everybody. Hold it! Wait a moment. I can't just defend someone off the cuff like this. That'd be incredibly unfair to the defendant. Oh? Doubting your skills? As much as I'd like to agree with you, defense, we have no choice in the matter.
This trial must happen this very moment.
Well, get on with it then, old man. What is this about?
Right, yes, of course. Let me start from the beginning. A few hours ago, I was finishing my daily ebullitions when a great light appeared within my chambers. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before, and night literally became day before my very eyes. That wasn't all. People started to come out of the light. I was shaking with fear. One of those people claimed to be the goddess herself, Hylia.
What? What?
I know, believe me, I was as flabbergasted as you are. The goddess proceeded to explain that in another world, one of her chosen heroes had been severely punished for committing some terrible deed. She decided that someone else should determine whether this punishment was just or not, to ensure her own biases would not affect the outcome. Our own world was chosen as the best candidate to make this judgment.
Okay. Are we... I think we're defending Link's Awakening Link now. When he is trying to steal from the shop. This is a joke, right? There's no way any of that is true. This is insane!
Yes, it seems the judge has completely lost his marbles. Clearly his age has finally caught up to him. I will be filling appropriate notices as soon as I can. At the very least, we can both get back to sleep quickly.
That is true.
Ho ho! I believe I know of just a way to convince you to. Soldiers, please call in the defendant.
The defendant? What the... Yeah. The... Defense...
Defense!
My God. What's happened?
We don't have time to watch you pass out. Get yourself together.
Oh, right. That's what happened.
Well, defense, are you convinced now?
I guess I can't deny it, can I? That's definitely me. Younger, wilder perhaps, but sure enough. I guess so.
Excellent. In that case, let us formally begin. This court is now in session for the trial of thief of Coraline Island.
Objection! Your Honor, you can't just declare him the thief from the get-go.
No, of course not. I have his name written down right here. It seems I am just unable to say it. Fascinating. A curse of sorts. I assume this is the punishment we decide is just or not.
Just? How could this be just? To be forever called a thief by everyone? Even I can't say my own name anymore.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it seems right to me. After all, everyone is just speaking the truth, are they not?
Objection! The defense demands the prosecution abstain from claiming unproven statements. I firmly believe my client innocent, of course. Oh, well, about that. I might have actually done it. Oh.
Yes, Her Greatness did specify that the defendant's guilt was non-negotiable. We're only here to determine whether the punishment he faced for it was reasonable. Now then, prosecution, please give your opening statement.
What?
I don't know anything about this case, old man. You only just call us in here, remember? You're the one with all the details, so go on, get to it. Well, I suppose Actually, why don't we just let the victim describe what happened? He should have the most accurate knowledge of the event.
This must be some kind of nightmare. Yo! You got best viewers. Every good lawyer knows you should never defend yourself. Does this count?
Alright, who are you then?
Ah, yeah. Myself, I own the tool shop back in Coraline Island, I do. Greatest shop in town it is, I tells ya. It's the only shop in town. Whoa. Not so close. No touching. You don't know what could happen. The world could implode. I don't think the goddesses would allow this whole thing if that were a real possibility. So what if it's the only shop? It's no matter. This world or the next. Never seen anyone complaining.
Yes, whatever. Now, tell us what happened. How did you let yourself get swindled so easily?
Aye, I'll say it all. Just you watch me. You're already the best. So true. Witness testimony. The Great Heist. 'Twas just a normal day. I was standing to me cash register. And suddenly this kid bursts in. Green blur, I tells him. He grabs the nearest thing and runs behind me. So I turn around. But he ain't there anymore. So I turn back to the entrance. Ay caramba, he's gone. Nowhere to be seen, I tells him. Can't afford me ways gone for free, you know. Earn me the cheapest possible. Why I oughta... Well, I suppose he did already pay the ultimate price.
Why, what a descriptive testimony. Feel as if I were there.
Hold on, there's just one thing I'm confused about. Who was it that set this curse or whatever it is on my client?
'Twas me, of course.
What kind of shopkeep would I be without somewhat magic? I know how it looks, but the guy can literally shoot deadly energy beams. I would not underestimate him. Right, of course.
Without further ado, please proceed with the cross-examination defense.
Cross-examination. The Great Heist. My kleptomaniac self from another world. Victim of the crime. Hold it. Do you get many customers at your store on regular days like this, Witness? Nay, can't say I do. Small town, you know. Besides, I think lately the people have been spending the money at that plastic trendy game. Ah, that foreign scoundrel running such an ice. Trendy game? It's a crane game that's also in town. 10 rupees per game. It's pretty easy to win. Huh, there's something wrong when people prefer to literally gamble on a crane game than buy from this guy. Objection! Yes, we're objecting. Hi CJ, what's up? You unfortunately missed the main story already. This is just a side story now. An extra if you so want. Apparently we're not defending Link's. We're defending Link's Awakening Link, but we're not actually defending him. Hold it. A blur? Are you sure this was definitely my client? Swear to me, Mom. Couldn't be anyone else. It's a small town, you know. I know everyone there. No one else wears weird green dresses. Hey, this is my finest tunic.
Objection. Fail to see how this matters in any case. Have you forgotten that your doppelganger skill has already been established, Defense?
Forgotten? No, but I wish I could. Grabs the nearest thing and runs behind himself. Hold it. What is it that was stolen anyway? Why does that matter? Stole something and that's that. No need to be getting into the nitty gritty.
As it happens, Defense, the goddess herself forbade us from talking about this. She called it, technical limitation, whatever that means.
What? But that's the most important question here. It was something cheap, surely. If it was something cheap, surely we can agree this punishment is too severe.
It is what it is. Must ask you to drop this line of questioning.
This is ridiculous. Technical limitation. Yeah, so apparently this is supposed to work. Since this is like an actual Ocarina of Time ROM hack, you're supposed to use the transfer pack and use your Link's Awakening save data for this. Since I'm playing on VVC though, I do not have that possibility. But I guess it's like really doesn't work. So I don't know. I guess the game does not save. Like Link's Awakening does not save what you actually stole if you get named thief. If you get punished for it.
Oi, don't look so glum, chum.
Here you go. This is a flyer with all my words that should give you an idea what it might have been. Well, it's something at least.
The court accepts this flyer into evidence.
Where's list added to the court record?
Now then, witness, please continue.
So I turn around. Where's list? Oh my god. Heart times 3, 10. Bomb times 3, 10. Arrow times 3, 10. Shield 20. Shovel 200. Bow 980. So I turn around. Hold it. patrons can just really go behind the counter like that? Nay, of course not. Don't have a counter. What? Customers have to hold their items while we ring them up? Wouldn't the register have to be on a counter or something similar? Well, yeah, I suppose. It's only big enough for me register, not for any products too. That's what I meant. I see. You got a problem? Who are you to criticize me interior decor? Best to have as little extra fluff as possible. Keeps the customer eyes on the wares, you see? Well, I can't deny there is some logic to that. OT can be used to trigger Ace in Paper Mario using the transfer pad. But it ain't there anymore. Hold it. Aye! Actually, that reminds me. I noticed that the wall behind me was starting to get moldy. The stray thought distracted me for just a split second, you see. Is this all a joke? Some kind of skit? So I turned back to the entrance. Hold it. Let me guess. He wasn't there either. As I live, the slimy rope. Ay caramba, he's gone. Nowhere to be seen, I tells you. Hold it. Your establishment doesn't exactly have the tightest security, does it? Bah! Never needed any. Everyone in town trusts everyone else. Everyone was shocked when I told them. It tells you, shocked. Can't afford me where it's going for free, you know. They're already cheap as possible. Why I oughta... Hold it. I do have to ask, why did you need to steal from this store exactly? Well, you see, I really needed one of the things in there. Yes, that's what paying is for. I was shipwrecked. Wasn't exactly swimming in rupees.
Objection! Defense, you have an actual question for the witnesses. Then let us move on. Continue, shopkeeper.
Well, I suppose you did already pay the ultimate price. Hold it. What does that mean? Oh, that's right. This guy literally killed me when I went back into the store. What?
And now you're going to make up a lie, at least make it believable.
It's not a lie, it's true. How are you here then? I don't know. It got undone somehow. One moment I'm getting fried, and then poof. I'm back at the doorstep, and that guy is just smiling at me, creepily. Surely death is enough of a punishment for theft. This all sounds very hard to believe, defendant. Well, what did the witness mean by the ultimate prize then? Why, I just meant the curse settlement, didn't I? Yes, how was it? Perfectly sensible. Okay, I'm starting to get goosebumps, but surely that is all there is to it. Well, that's quite the testimony. If you say so, you're the lawyer here, whatever that means. Wait, are you saying there are no lawyers in your world at all? I don't think there are. How weird. I can't imagine how that would even work. Anyway, best to stay on track. I don't have much to work with here, so I should keep pressing for more details. Do I just say where he says everything is cheap, and then I just present the list and say, this bow is not cheap? Objection. Cheap, you say? That's not quite true now, is it? Whatever do you mean, defense? Your Honor, you'd looked at the flyer the witness has so graciously provided us with. Do any of the items in there seem like a bargain?
Well, let's see. Goodness gracious! 980 rupees for a simple bow! Why, that's more than I get paid in.
Objections. Now wait just a blooming second. All the villagers be happy with this shop. No one's ever complained, you know. Is that so, witness? Tell me, how many customers do you get each day? Harm! That's not important. It's all because that blast's a trendy game. Not me fault folks prefer to play with that stupid crane.
We'll agree that the prices are a bit inflated. So what?
Objection. What do you mean, so what? My other self needed to survive somehow, and the prices were entirely unreasonable. I was shipwrecked. It would have taken me months to get that kind of money.
Yes. Given the survival scenario, I suppose this explains the defendant's motive at the very least.
Indeed, he didn't just steal out of malice or with profit in mind. It was a life or death situation.
Life or death, you say? Tell me, which one of the items listed in this flyer is necessary for survival precisely?
Well, for instance...
Exactly.
But maybe the recovery hearts? 10 rupees is way too much for those.
Oh, I agree. That's a terrible deal given that you can get them by just cutting some grass.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, everything is still carried that one might need for survival could have been easily obtained elsewhere. The defendant had no pressing need to steal anything.
Prosecution makes a valid point. There's no food or water listed among the wares after all.
Objection. I wasn't just trying to survive. I was trying to leave the island. Leave the island?
Bah! And how would you do that using this set of items, pray tell? Are you planning to paddle off the islands with a shovel?
No, not directly like that. The island can't be escaped by normal means. I needed them to wake the windfish. Oh no, not the windfish! What? The heck is a windfish? I'm not sure. Right. So you knew it needed to be awakened. Because an owl told me! Yes, that seems very reasonable. Are you trying not to make sense at this point? Hoot hoo! Perhaps I can shed some light on this particular matter. Oh no! Oh no! It's Gepora! No! Not Gepora!
By Jove! Is that a talking owl? It felt like I was needed, and so I came. Hoot. You would be wise not to scoff at what your counterpart is telling you.
So you mean...
Yes, of course. Everything the brave young lad has said is true. He is on a special quest. The Coral Lyn's no regular island at all. If you'll allow me, I can explain everything.
Oh, thank the goddesses. Finally, someone will actually explain something.
Objection! What utter nonsense! I object to the presence of this animal in my courtroom. No way am I going to listen to testimony from it all.
Objection. Oh, so you've accepted everything else happening here, but not this? The defense demands the right to cross-examine the bird.
Out of all the boneheaded stupid...
Order! Allow me to share my opinion on this matter. Given the situation at hand, I see nothing wrong with allowing a bird to testify, unusual as it may be. Mr. Owl, please tell us all we need to know about the nature of Coalhead Island.
Man, I was thinking the Judge Gepora would make some comment about the owl. Last opportunity.
Coalhead's very existence, its very essence, Hoot, it's tied to the windfish slumber. As long as the windfish sleeps, the island cannot be escaped, like a terrible nightmare. Young Soulbearer must thus search for the 8 instruments of the sirens, play the ballad that will wake the Great One. With the instruments all united, windfish slumber shall come to an end, and so shall Coalhead.
That didn't explain anything either.
Ha! Just like I said, listening to this bird was a waste of time.
Perhaps I was not as clear as I'd hoped. Do forgive me. Over-mystifying is a bit of an occupational hazard for our kind.
Oh, really now? Is it now? I never would have guessed that it is. What occupation? Professional owl?
Please, if you have questions, I will happily answer. Well, the witness seems to be all but begging to be cross-examined. Defense, please go right ahead.
My God.
Coalhead's very existence, its very essence, is tied to the windfish slumber.
Hold it. Well, let's start with the Dodongo in the room. What the heck is a windfish?
Dodongo? No, young counselor. You must be confused. Windfish, the Leviathan, is a huge whale. As far as Coalhead is concerned, it has always been. As long as Coalhead is, it will always be.
Right, the deity whale. I'd bring up the fact that whales are not fish, but at this point, I don't think it really matters.
As long as the windfish sleeps, the island cannot be escaped, like a terrible nightmare.
Hold it. What would happen if you did try? Why couldn't you just build a raft and try to sail away?
Truthfully.
No!
Perhaps, no matter how long you sail, the island would just never fade from view. The sea would never end, like an infinite staircase, till you turned around and found yourself back where you started in no time. Or, perhaps, you would just die.
Yikes! That's a possibility? I admit, I thought about trying that a few times.
There's but one way to escape. Young Soulbearer must thus search for the 8 instruments of the sirens, play the ballad that will wake the Great One.
Well, how does one obtain these elusive instruments exactly?
That is no simple task, to be sure. Instruments of the sirens sleep deep within temples scattered across the land, filled with monsters, traps, and other dangers. At the end of each, formidable foul foe guarding a peace. Yes, to obtain all the instruments of yours to slay all those corrupt the island from within.
Slaying foes sounds like some kind of mass murder spree.
It appears. Yes, it appears that our worlds may differ from each other, more significantly than I thought. I cannot feel him here. How strange.
What in Din's name are you babbling about now, you feathered menace?
Hood, in our land, since the very beginning of time.
An evil influence has permeated all.
The King of Evil, the Demon Lord Ganon. From the very dirt of the earth to even the first thoughts of an infant. If you dig deep enough, if you look closely enough, you will find his malice and hatred.
The King of Evil? Ganon?
So you noticed too. Could it just be a coincidence?
Naturally, when I speak of vanquishing foes, speak of his creations. Deeply rooted in the most primordial evil, his foul beasts' only goals are for their own survival and for the misery of others. Huth, no being that has been touched by Halia's grace would object to their destruction. It is as innate to our nature as breathing. And yet, here is a world without him. Is a world lucky to have been spared, or has ours been particularly unlucky? That I do not know. Perhaps this is even the very reason her grace has chosen this world to send us to.
Do you have any idea what this is about? I think I do, actually. Really? I don't think it really matters for what we're talking about, though. Right. Could we get back to the matter at hand, then?
Why? Hoot. Of course, I was just musing aloud. Hoot, the instruments are united. Windfish slumber shall come to an end, and so shall Courland.
Right, and I don't suppose making noise any other way would suffice? You know, just screaming into its ear or something?
Of course not, my dear counselor. The windfish sleep is not natural. A magical slumber like that can only be broken by a magical means.
Right, but what did you mean by that last part? Will something happen to Courland when the windfish wakes?
Courland Islet is a magical place, born of the windfish slumber. Once the Leviathan awakens, magic keeping Courland in place will dissipate.
You mean?
Hood, of course. When the windfish wakes, Courland will disappear, and nary a sight shall remain.
What? Did you know about this? Well, truth be told, I suspected.
Oh, clever lad.
He all clearly never tried to build JDC. Yeah, no. Also didn't try to MSS over the sea.
Yes, surely you have noticed. Only shop in town selling nothing but tools and equipment, shopkeepers with magical powers, villages of talking animals. Courland as a whole is unnatural. It is a place made of dreams and nightmares.
Villages of talking animals? I must have missed that part. What about the inhabitants then? Where will they go when the island disappears?
Where indeed?
After all we've heard here, I think one thing has been made clear. My client has truly found himself in a life or death situation. This testimony fully corroborates that. On top of that, to escape the island, he had to go on a life-threatening quest. In order to survive this ordeal, he needed to be as well equipped as possible. And the only way to get the needed equipment was from the store, which was charging exorbitant prices. These are all clear mitigating factors. And with that in mind, the defendant asserts his punishment is far too severe.
Indeed, this does paint the defendant in a more positive light. It appears the theft might have been unnecessary, given the situation.
Yes, that was easier than I thought. It's still earning enough to go back to sleep. That all always used to annoy me a little, but it's really come to my rescue this time, hasn't it?
Hoot, I am only here to help, lad. I feel there is no need to further prolong this trial. While this court does not condone the defendant's act in and of itself, I do not believe that he has been punished too harshly for it. So, this court finds the defendant...
Objection! Old man, surely you don't mean to tell me that you've woken me in the dead of night just to make a farce out of this trial?
Farce? But Mr. Dragmire, the defense has just presented a rather compelling argument.
Compelling? Don't make me laugh.
Minus the part where his quest would wipe out the entire island.
Yes, he had a reason to do what he did. All criminals have reasons. That's no justification.
Objection. It wasn't just any reason. Survival was at stake here.
Objection! Was it though? You! Birdbrain!
Who? Yes, what is it?
You said that the defendant was to go visit a bunch of dusty old temples in search of the instruments. Tell me, were those instruments the only things in there?
No, I suppose so were not. Instructions as old as those, bind to things left by previous inhabitants. Why? Yes, I'm sure there would be a lot of treasure left in there too.
Oh no. Treasure, money, all of that was within the brat's grasp. Could have easily gotten the funds to properly purchase the item he stole with only a little legwork.
Objection. Wait a moment, it wouldn't be that easy. Those places were full of monsters and traps. Without any equipment, it would be too dangerous to go alone.
Oh, how quickly you've forgotten defense. Try to recall this flying menace's words from just a few moments ago.
The young swordbearer must thus search for the 8 instruments of the sirens, play the ballad that will wake the Great One.
Ah,
A little kleptomatic had a perfectly good sword with him. It wasn't barehanded at all. No, all he was looking for was some kind of easy shortcut out of his predicament. Or maybe the little snake just wanted to keep all the treasure for himself.
how dare you? I'm not some greedy treasure hoarder.
Either way, the defendant might have had a reason for his theft. But I'd say that reason was likely nothing but selfishness.
Hoot! He wanted to keep the treasure. No, Barrister, that's not even remotely possible. All of the treasure, as part of Courland, would naturally disappear with it.
Bah! Doesn't mean anything. Twerp might not have known that.
Oh, come on. Just admit you're wrong.
Now this is quite the pickle indeed. The prosecution has brought up some good points, but so has the defense. Furthermore, we seem to be out of testimony to discuss at this point. This will be a hard decision to make.
Actually, that reminds me. There was something you kept bringing up in your testimony, Mr. Witness.
Hoot! Yes, what is it?
You often mention that Courland is like a dream or a nightmare. How literal is that?
What are you going on about now? Of course it's not actually.
Oh no, it very much is.
What?
Hoot, thought your point was clear. My apologies. Coalland only exists within a dream. We are in a dream right now too, in fact.
I got it. It's all just a dream. It's all just a dream.
Oh my, this whole trial is a dream.
I should have known. This whole thing was just way too fantastical. Well, then, now that we've made that clear, I'm just going to go and wake up, if you don't mind.
Objection! Why, that might be the wisest thing you proposed so far, Defense. But of course, it's not going to be you waking up. I'm the only real person here. I haven't the slightest idea how my mind could churn up this nonsense. Shouldn't have had that noble pursuit before that.
Oh, I suppose it wouldn't be the first time I've dreamt of the cloakroom. It's never been quite this vivid, but I guess this old man still has quite the active imagination.
Meanwhile, my imagination's being a bit overactive right now, I guess. And I haven't even had any noble pursuits. Objection! Please wait. Huh? You can't. You can't just wake up. What about me?
What about you? You're clearly just an invention of my mind, Brett. But hey, you want a resolution? No problem. Judge, declare a guilty verdict right now.
Prosecutor Dragmire, you refuse to hand down a faulty verdict, even in my dreams. No, this won't do. We'll just have to wake up now. Here goes. Strange. Don't seem to be able to. Ooh, if I may interject.
More like Dreamer-Ruko.
I have said that this is a dream, yes. But why would that mean that nothing here is real?
Oh, be quiet, you pile of feathers. I banished you from my dream. Be gone. What is this? Am I stuck in this nightmare?
Well, naturally only one person here can actually control the dream. Everyone else is just along for the ride, so to speak.
Are we gonna have a fourth wall break now? Is this gonna be a fourth wall break? Are you saying everyone here is actually real, just sharing the same dream?
Why, Hoot? Of course. The quiz chose one person to be the host, then thrust the others into it.
Preposterous. This is all in a Great Brat's dream. Why doesn't he just remove his curse on his own?
Preposterous? Not at all, my angry Gerudo friend. Never said he's the one in charge. He came from the dream world of Coalland, after all.
Well, how did he wind up in someone else's dream then, you buzzard?
Hoot, having battled with Ganon before, he is of particular interest to the Demon Lord. The evil one saw an opportunity, forcefully shoved him into the dream of the Windfish. Dreamscape he has been steadily perverting with his evil for many years. He infested it with his own creations, twisted it into a dangerous place, and imprisoned its creator within. As a result, that is also why our green glad friend cannot wake up normally. But this world is free of Ganon. Whoever the host of this stream is could indeed just wake. Although I cannot imagine the goddess Halia would be very thrilled with that conclusion, having made all that effort to bring her chosen hero here.
How do you know all of this?
Hoot, why isn't it obvious? I myself am part of the Windfish spirit. I could not just stand idly by when Hylia's own champion was dealt such a bad hand. And so, it was I've tried to lead you to the 8 instruments, and I reached out to Halia for help with this predicament.
I can hardly believe it. Well, who is it then? Who is the one controlling the stream? Why, it's me, of course.
Hoot. That I do not know. That is something you'll have to find out for yourself. Whoever it is will have the final word in this trial.
So that's it then. It all hinges on this point. Who is the stream's windfish? Must consider all the facts. Oh boy, we're having that animation again. Let's go. Who is the one that Her Grace Halia chose to control the stream? Could it be one of these people? Dragmire, the judge? Neither. Both Dragmire and the judge have already conclusively proven they are not the host of the stream. Who does that leave? Maybe one of them. Dial, the shopkeeper, not them either. It can't be either Dial or the shopkeeper. They'd each have ended the trial in their favor by now if they were in control. And I already know that Thief isn't the one in control, so who does that leave? I'm in control, it's me, I am the host. Let's go back to Ingo and get a better hand. I am this stream's windfish. That's it, there's no doubt about it.
Well, what are you looking so smug about?
Isn't it obvious? I've just realized who must be the one controlling the stream.
No, it can't be.
I see you realize it now too.
Oh my, you mean you're the one?
Well, let's give it a try, shall we?
What are you?
Hello everyone. Oh no. Oh yeah, now the stream's getting good. Marin?
Defense! What did you do to Prosecutor Dragmire?
Nothing bad, of course. I just ejected him out of here. He's probably waking rather abruptly right about now. I decided it'd be nicer to have someone more pleasant to deal with on the opposing side. About the original goal of this trial. The prosecution has nothing more to add. The defendant's totally innocent.
I won't stand for this. You can't just give yourself an easier opponent.
That's a shame. Who's this gonna be now? Zelda? But wait, who will give the verdict now? I know one good candidate. Or is it gonna be Impa? Huh? Oh no, it's me! Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Will the defendant please step up to the stand? Is this really okay? I thought the goddess wanted a fair trial. Actually, she regrets that no such thing. What? The way the judge put it, the only stipulation was that someone else decide your fate.
She decided that someone else should determine whether this punishment is just or not, and show our own biases would not affect the outcome.
At no point did she specify how the decision should be made, or how many people should be making it. That still feels like cheating. Well, there's one easy way to find out if it's allowed or not. This court finds the defendant...
Objection! Wait, I'm not having this. My product was still sold, you know. What kind of justice is...
Oh, and there he goes. Don't interrupt me. Now then, once again, the court finds the defendant not guilty. Hey, we did it. So, let's see. Your name is Link. Oh, it's the same. Of course our names are the same. I'm not sure why you're surprised. In any case, I believe you should be getting back to your own world now. And no more stealing, you hear? Of course not. Never again. Glad to hear that. Best of luck on your quest. And with that, court is adjourned. Well, that was something. June 6th, 4:22 a.m. Link Legal Agency, Kakariko Village. Aww. What? Where? The office? That's right. I stayed to catch up on work. Guess I must have fallen asleep reading case files. Man, what a crazy dream though. What was it about again? I was in court. And then... Ah, darn. It's gone already. Can't remember a single thing. Oh well. Oh my god. The end. That was interesting. That was a nightmare. Alright. Well, that was Hero of Law. Let's go back to Talon. Oh my god. Wall jumps are terrible. Whatever, we made it. Hey, we did it. Course clear.
Wow, I really needed one of those things. Turn, I'll tell you about a secret effort. Supposedly, there's a game with a giant egg in which you can become a criminal. And a pair of games with climate change and time travel.
What? Oh, this is about the season games, the Oracle games.
Say that extras can be unlocked by connecting them on the title screen using a certain accessory. Oh well, that would be the case, but with these virtual console shenanigans going on, bet you already got all those secrets unlocked by default. Haha, see ya!
Alright. Well, we did it. Well, that was Hero of Law. An interesting side venture. Nice little OT ROM hack. Bit of a shame that there isn't a second case yet. You think with it being version 1 there would actually be enough, but oh well.